Mark, here we are, 36 hours after our last game, less than 24 hours until our next game. One of the big challenges, I would imagine, perhaps it is the nature of the Championship, is this level of turnaround, but this seems a bigger test than usual.
This one does. The division demands of you, as we know. It's relentless in its nature. I am always bemused why we play away in Cardiff on a Wednesday and your opponent plays at home on a Tuesday. You know, I understand if you just switched it. I'm sure Tony and Blackburn will come across the same problem we face. We happen to be the harder done by team on this occasion. It's the nature of the Championship, but it just seems bizarre to me that you can't switch fixtures. Having said that, we've got back. The boys were off yesterday and rested really well. Some came in for recovery, and we've trained very light today, so we're more than ready for tomorrow.
How do you analyse the game at Cardiff? We lost 3-0, but there were elements that you're obviously pleased with as well.
And also with great difficulty, I suppose, the answer to that question, because it was important we got the message right to the players after the game. There's no denying we've lost 3-0. That's the overriding factor. It's a results industry. Fans have gone there. We've been beaten. And you read the scoreline without seeing the game, it's a heavy defeat. I can't think of a game further from the truth in terms of how we approached it. We should have scored after a minute with Brighty and the Far. He did great for us. I thought there were big performances, pleased with Josh and Ebbs, etc. all over the park, good performances. And yet we've conceded soft goals, really soft goals, or 1 after 7 minutes. I thought the free kick was an appalling decision, if I'm honest with you, but it was given, and we paid the price for the threat that they pose. Never felt concerned. I felt we were in control of the game, and then the corner's a really sloppy goal to give away, and we can't do that. You can't do that against teams who can hold on to something. But it was a tough speech after the game. It was a tough analysis because there were so many positive factors. You can't escape the fact you lost 3-0.
You say it was a tough speech after the game. What was your overriding message to the players?
The message to the players was, if we do that every time we play, we'll have more good days than bad. That was the overriding message. We were so good in so many areas. We've analysed it and shown the players this morning. Can we get bodies in the box more often? Yes, we can. Can we get more bodies forward? Yes, we can. But there were so many good aspects to it. We've hit the bar, we've hit the post, we've had brighties, we've had one-on-ones with Todd, with Mark Pugh, with Naki, with Ilya, so lots of good chances, but we have to take the chances. Paul, goals change games, and we can't avoid the fact that we didn't put the ball in the back of the net or test the keeper enough.
Looking at Blackburn, what do you expect from Tony Mowbray's side?
I expect really well organised. I expect a team that's really good at what they do. I think they have good experience throughout the ranks, like Cunningham and Johnson, and obviously Stuart Downing and Danny Graham, and who I know very well. Armstrong is a clever player, wide player, so they have experience, they have quality, they're really well managed by Tony, they'll be organised and know their roles and responsibilities, so we expect another very tough test.
We won't dwell on the fact, but we haven't got a great record against Blackburn. Is that something as a manager that you look to find out, have no interest in?
I didn't know that. So thanks for telling me.
That answers the question.
Great. Thanks very much. I appreciate the heads up. No, from my point of view, it's just we're at home. You know, the West Brom game, I think, is the one game, speaking to the players at length today, was the one game we've been disappointed in this season. You know, we didn't deliver a performance on the day for the fans of the Canberras, and we were below par. I think we mentioned we were hesitant and showed too much respect. But apart from that, we've been very good, and we're at home tomorrow, we're in front of our fans, and it's important for us to deliver the performance. It's important for us to set the tempo, the intensity, play our game and impose our game hopefully on the opponent.
Are you further along than you expected to be at this stage of the season? We are,
and that's why I've always tried to taper expectation without in any way dampening enthusiasm or desire for the team. It's a fine balance, it's a fine margin. You do never want to appear as lacking ambition to the supporters. We want to finish the season as hard as we possibly can. We want the players going to every game believing they can win, and I've got to be honest, I think we can. Every game we go into, if we do what we do well, we're a very good team. But we're a new group coming together, and I mentioned right at the very start, I think our first chat will have good days and not so good days, and that's proven to be the case. We are in a good position. We could have been in a much better position, and many teams could say that. But I think right now we're coming together really well. I'm delighted with the way they're working. Delighted with I always mention camaraderie because they're a group. You work together every day. The nature of professional sport is you're in a tight dressing room. You're travelling to hotels. You're working together day in, day out, and that camaraderie is so important. So delighted for the players and the way they've worked so hard at that camaraderie. And they're in a good place, but we know we have dropped points we should have taken. And in this league, if you're not at it every single game, you can very, very quickly get hurt. We've had 4 wins on the spin, we've had 2 defeats on the spin now, and that sentiment goes from positive to negative so quickly. What we have to do is keep recognising what we do well, work hard every single day, and always deliver the 100%. If the fans see the players giving 100%, good or bad, I'm sure they'll understand that we're all human, but what you can't afford to do is anything less than 100%.
And just finally, 3rd game in 8 days, is it a case of using the bodies you have available?
Yes, some are back, which I'm delighted to see, and I'll have a look at the squad, I'll have a cup of coffee now and make the final decisions. But the squad's in a good place in terms of we've been able to lose people like Grant Hall and then Gell go out and various other individuals, and people are fitting in for us. So it's all credit to the players, their flexibility. No, we'll use the squad, we hope, wisely. Then we go into the international break, so we'll see how we go.